Hey everybody, welcome to today's ASMR video, and as you can read by the title, on this beautiful Monday afternoon, I have sold my house, my little tiny house. I thought in this video we'd sit back and talk about how I got this place, why I got this place, and why I have come to the conclusion of selling the place. Now my place I listed about 2 weeks ago, and within a week's time it got sold. So I wish the new owners very much luck and fun, and let's get into this video on this beautiful Monday. Enjoy. So I graduated from high school, and I was thinking I really want to move out. I've been wanting to move out for a very long time and just kind of live on my own. I feel like that experience that you gain and get from moving out is a once in a lifetime. So I started looking at properties in foreign countries. I began in Cuba, I began in Spain, and I could afford them. I didn't need a mortgage for any of the houses. But then there was the issue of I have to become a Spanish national, and I wasn't ready to give up my Dutch nationality, as it is very important. So I scrapped that idea off, not to mention that it's a lot of document work and you need to find the right person. And then I thought, hey, you know what? Why not try buy a house here in the Netherlands? Surprise, surprise. Did not get a mortgage, did not get a loan, got absolutely nada. None of the banks were even interested in my income. So it was like, alright, kind of screwed. What now? Because I refused to get a place that is not mine legally in the books. I wanted a place that I could buy off in one go and not have to stress about not being able to pay my rent, etc. So then my mom came up with a brilliant idea. Buying a tiny house. Now first I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to buy a tiny house, that's ridiculous. But then the more I started to look into it, the more I started to realize, you know what, that actually is not a bad idea, because at the end of the day, I don't need an actual house if majority of the time spent is just me in there alone. So I got this amazing place. I had a budget as well. My budget, well, it was 45,000. I found another unit that had a kitchen island in the middle, but then I was like, nah, don't need a kitchen island. So I got this place, bought it for 39.5. These now go for 60,000 new. So you already know that's what's gonna happen with that. I made profit on it, which is really nice. I made a little bit of profit on this, which is really nice. This was my first investment in property as well, and I know a lot of people unfortunately clowned me as well, saying, bro, living in a tiny shack, you can't call that a home, you can't call this and that. It's very disappointing when you read these comments. The fact that I have to adapt to the economy of this country, knowing that I cannot afford a house, and I have to refer to a tiny house, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Matter of fact, it's better for the environment, it's better for your pockets. There's nothing wrong with living on your own. Now you obviously cannot live in a place like this with 3-4 people, max 2, or depending on what model, you have 3 bedrooms, this one is 2. So why did I get this place? I got this specific model because I liked the design of the layout. I liked that it was spacious, and I loved the cream colored from the outside exterior, from the nice big oversized windows at the front, at the side, and here when I wake up in this second room with this beautiful sunny view. I sold it, as you know. My neighbors actually purchased this place, and looking back at it, had a lot of good memories there. Obviously had some less fortunate memories with the people here, but regardless of that, throughout the year and a half that I've been here, it's been nothing but greatness. I bought this place about 2 years ago during the pandemic, so you know, house market was in a very odd situation, and to be kind of honest, it still is in an odd situation. So I got this. It's very basic in a way of it's very luxury for what you get. You got to look at it as a New York City apartment. What you spend a year on rent is something that you could invest into a tiny house, if that makes any sense. That's very interesting to compare, but that's what I compared it to. You know, if you spend 40,000 a year on New York City rent, you could buy one of these places, or you could build it for half the size or half the price. But that's not the point. The point is, it's sold. It obviously kind of hurts my heart. Yes, it does, because it's a place that I could call home. It's a place that I lived in where I could feel comfortable and be myself. It is a place that I also invited my wonderful friend Brendan over. Now, as you know, Brendan really loves this house. He loves that it's small but yet so compact in a way of it's enjoyable. You know, sometimes living in a big house can be overwhelming. So, at least for me personally, sometimes it can be overwhelming because it's so big that, you know, you go from a big house, the farmhouse for example, my parents' house, it's so massive that I sometimes get overwhelmed and I get stressed because there's so many hallways, there's so many rooms, and it's so spacious that I come to this place and I feel relaxed because everything is on one floor and everything is within a certain square meter. And I like that. And I love this about this place. Now I know a lot of you may watch this, they'd be like, well, how could you ever get attached to a place like that? Because it is something that you have bought. It has been customized, it's been personalized to your taste. And that is something as well I have to agree with since moving in. It's been amazing. It's also been really sad because I don't have a girlfriend. So I would tell you to get some good advice from me is if you're going to move in on your own and you don't have a job outside of social media influencing, it's going to get very, very freaking boring and you're going to be pretty lonely and bored majority of the time. Now that's something that I'm not going to do. So it's sold. I'm going to move back to my family. Look, I would have not moved back to my family if it weren't for the house market in this country. It is overpriced. It is unaffordable. To be even able to afford a house that is $250,000 in this time, you need to be making 35, 45,000 a year to be able to even get a loan on that. That says a lot. It's a great country, the Netherlands. Do not get it wrong. I may sound really not happy, but I am very happy. This is the future as well. Tiny houses are the future. Regardless how you look at it, you shouldn't judge people in a situation like this if you haven't gone through it. I'm very happy. Had amazing memories in this place, like I really did. I really love this place. But I'm moving back into my family and I'm starting over this year. I'm driving off this week. This upcoming Friday, I am driving off officially for my car license. Now last week I had a mock test, and I'm going to explain what a mock test is. It's basically in Dutch terms, just like in the English, you can get vrijstelling on certain things on your official license thing. So you don't have to park, you don't have to do all this. Less stress on your shoulder, and it also tells you like what you can or need to improve on the next times. It's very important, very valid. I was very nervous. I'm not going to sit here and act like I wasn't. I was pissed nervous, but then when I drove, it's not that bad. You just gotta look really good, give right away where you need to, and do those things. So hopefully I will have my license this upcoming Friday. And if not, well, shit. Then I'll be disappointed and pissed off at myself. Because I need this license for my business, and I want the freedom. Because I'm also kind of thinking of the content that we can create this year with a license. Could you just imagine the cool videos I can make with a car, shopping for a car? I already know what car I'm looking for. Either a Mercedes-Benz or a Volvo C40, I think, with the 2 exhausts. I don't know, it's like a coupe or something. I love the car, but we'll see. Priority is my license, and I would like to thank you all so much for being here, sticking around with the content. And I do want to say before we end this video that a lot of pre-recorded ASMR videos have been made within this span of month, January. So please don't be shocked or surprised when you see that some videos are at the farm, some videos are in here, they're pre-recorded. So nonetheless, thank you all so much. I hope to make better content, and I can't wait for what this year brings up to. House is sold. It was amazing, but it needs to go. It needs to get rid of. So it's time to invest in the future. Thank you so much. Bye bye.